Hello everyone, welcome back to another recipe video. So today we are making a beginner friendly only 2 ingredients dessert or a sweet recipe. So let's get started. Our first ingredient, we need 1.5 liter milk. So we have to cook the milk until it's boiling and keep the milk stirring so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And once you see the milk is boiling, you can turn off the stove. And here we are adding a solution of vinegar and water. So I have 2 tablespoon vinegar and 2 tablespoon water. Add the solution gradually because we may not need the entire mixture. It might take about 10 to 15 seconds. When you notice the milk solid is separating from the liquid, so that's when you need to stop. If you don't see it's happening, just wait for 10 to 15 seconds. Trust me, this will work. Sometimes it is slower than usual, and if it doesn't happen, then add another extra 1 or 2 spoon. I could see now it started to happen, so we can throw away the remaining vinegar solution. And our cheese is ready. Now we have to drain it. So now you need a cheesecloth or any kind of cloth will work as long as it is clean. So we're going to drain the entire cheese and throw away the water because we only need the cheese. So now we have to squeeze the water out, and we have to rinse it couple of times with clean water because we don't want the acidic taste or the smell of vinegar. And now it is drained, and look at the cheese, it's nice, like formed as a ball, but we don't want it to be so hard because we are going to break it anyways, and we will try to break all the crumbles. It might take about 2 to 3 minutes. You can use your hand or a spatula, and it has to be like very smooth and nice. Not very smooth, but as long as it is not crumbly texture anymore, that will do. So this is what I was talking about, but we'll also make it smoother while we cook this or mix it with the jaggery. So now our cheese is ready, leave it there. Moving on to the second ingredient, which is jaggery. So if you have no jaggery, skip it, use brown sugar or white sugar. Traditionally this is made with the jaggeries. It's a special, comes from dates, but if you don't have any kind of jaggery, don't worry, you can use brown sugar because that is unrefined. And you can use white sugar too. The taste will be slightly different and the color will be white, but I will really recommend jaggery for this recipe. By the way, I used 1/3 cup of jaggery powder to make this, so you adjust it according to your taste. Moving on to the next step, which is cooking the mixture. I know you might be thinking that you said only 2 ingredients, so what is the third one? So this is half teaspoon ghee, just a tiny bit. This is for greasing, it is not for taste or anything. I mean, if you're using a steel or iron pot, you have to use that to grease the pan. Otherwise, like if you're using a very good quality non-stick, you can skip that. We'll add a bit of raw milk because I think it is getting very dry. I actually took a bigger pan. I should have taken a smaller pan to cook this because the quantity was very less. And also we want the caramelized taste, coming from the jaggery. That's why we have to cook it longer. And see, now everything is coming together and I can see it's not sticking to the pan anymore and forming as a dough. That's when you know it's ready. Now take a parchment paper, transfer the mixture onto it, use a spatula to spread it out, try to smoothen out the edges, and try to give it a rectangular shape because this way it will be easy to cut it. So now we're going to cover, and I'm gonna leave it in the fridge for an hour or so. So it will set very nicely after an hour, and now it is set and harden up a little bit. So we are going to do the cut. So I felt like we should clean up the edges so it will look more beautiful. So I just cut out the edges to give it a sharp shape. And this is our sweet is ready. Now this looks better, isn't it? So don't throw away the cutout sides, you can eat them too. They're super delicious, and milk and sugar, it can never go wrong. If you have these 2 ingredients, make this today. Make it in a small quantity if you want to try, and I'm telling you, everybody will love it. And if you try it, please comment below and let me know your feedback.